Every ride, every ruin, every bite. Day 6. Malta and Gozo. When I woke up, we were pulling into port. I headed up for breakfast and took in the beautiful views of Valletta, as other ships were also arriving. Eventually, we docked just outside the city, and I got ready for the day because I was chaperoning a short excursion to the island of Gozo. We were the first group to disembark. Once on the bus, we began to drive across Malta. The ride was smooth and scenery was stunning. We even spotted some horses along the way. Eventually, we arrived at the ferry terminal to cross over to Gozo. The ferry had a small shop, so I grabbed some drinks. It was a lovely ride but crowded, so much that we were delayed a bit. When it was time to get off, I stayed behind to ensure everyone disembarked safely. Some of my guests had accidentally boarded a different bus, so I had to follow up to get them. This was an adventure itself. Once we got rolling again, the views of Gozo were absolutely worth it. I snapped some photos with the blue lagoon in the distance and saw signs of significant religious festivals, flags, decoration, and people preparing for mass. Then we arrived at the highlight of the day, Ggantija. This incredible site is one of the oldest Neolithic temple complexes in the world, over 5,000 years old. It's considered the second oldest freestanding structure on Earth. Being there was truly special. After exploring Ġgantija, we headed to lunch at a beautiful traditional venue. On the way, we stopped at the historical outdoor stone washbin, an over 100-year-old community laundry site still fed by spring water and still used today. At lunch, we were treated to a live demonstration of how traditional Maltese goat cheese is made. The food was excellent, the atmosphere was peaceful, and everyone in our group seems to love it. A definite win. We continued to drive through Gozo, passing through more festival scenes and processions, until we arrived at an impressive basilica Ta Pinu. This church is an iconic pilgrimage site on the island, and it was beautifully decorated. Eventually, it was time to head back. At the ferry terminal, I've encountered an artistic goat piece. Unexpected, but very amusing. We boarded the ferry again for another scenic ride back to Malta, and then came a 40-minute drive back to Malta's countryside until we reached Valletta and boarded the ship. We were the last ones back on board. The night wasn't over yet. We went to a musical performance with a singer on the ship, followed by a dinner. While waiting to be seated, we encountered some eccentric guests who seems to have fun with the wait staff every evening. During dinner, the ship performer, mentalist Alex joined us and did a few tricks on me, which was a lot of fun. To end the night, we watched a comedy show by Dave Christian and stepped outside to soak in the full moon over the Mediterranean. A perfect ending to a long, unforgettable day.